It's day 8 of the Paris 2024 Paralympic Games, and day 8 means it's the final shooting final. This is the R8 women's 50-metre prone, the mixed prone final over 50 metres in the SH1 category. So that's for athletes with lower limb impairments. And we've got a world-class field for you from firing point A right through to H. And for the final time in the Chateau Shooting Centre, we'll have this mixed 50-metre rifle prone SH1 final. My name is Rory McAllister. I'll be your commentator alongside Olympian Heather Fell.
Take your position.
Well, as you say, we are in for a treat. Of these 8 finalists, 4 already have been on the podium here in the Chateau Shooting Centre. Let's see if we have a new face on top of the podium at the end of this competition.
So we'll go through the lineup for you in just a second. What I find exciting about this final is that we've got athletes already with Paralympic medals from this Paralympic Games. So, for example, Park Jin-ho of Republic of Korea on firing point H is going for a 3rd medal. And he was 4th in Tokyo, just outside the medals. He took a gold here in the 10-metre air rifle standing SH1 and a gold in the 50-metre 3-position men's event. So can Park Jin-ho get on the podium again? Plus, there are other athletes throughout this field, not only with Paralympic medals already. Marek Dobrowolski, for example, from Poland, his first Paralympic Games, took a bronze here in Chateau a few days ago in the 50-metre 3 positions final. Could he get another medal today for Poland? Well, this is now the coup de bâton, which is a French tradition historically connected with theatre back in the days of Louis XV, when it was to signify that the king was about to arrive. And now we'll have the staff stamped in the ground 3 times to celebrate that historical moment. Meanwhile, on the lineup, firing point A, Anna Benson of Sweden. Silver medalist in the R6 in Tokyo 3 years ago. And firing point B, this is Marek Dobrowolski of Poland, already with a bronze medal from these Paralympic Games. And here's Kasper Lusdal representing Denmark, still only 23 years old, achieved so much already. That silver medal at the World Championships in Alain 2 years ago, really igniting his career. Here's Yulia Chernoy, 44 years old, incredibly experienced. And Natasha Hiltrop of Germany, already with a gold medal from the 3 positions R8 women's final. And Juan Antonio Saavedra of Spain, a bronze medalist here in the mixed 10-metre. Took a silver medal in the R6 and a bronze medal in the R6 in Tokyo. Here's Jean-Louis Michaud, who carries the hopes of a nation on home soil in France. It's the world #1 in the R6 category. And Park Jin-ho going for his 3rd Paralympic medal of these Games. Took a gold in the 10-metre standing and a gold in the 50-metre 3-position men's event. And Korea, just such a strong country when it comes to international shooting. And there is the flag of the Republic of Korea. And hopes for Park Jin-ho to go back to Korea with 3 medals. Always great fun to be around. If you've never been to Republic of Korea, I urge you to go. And there's Tunge de la Forêt alongside Gaël Lidon on the left, also part of this prolific French team who have performed so well in front of their home crowd. So Heather, a real lineup here with this one. Jean-Michel Michaud, after that bit of a disastrous final a few days ago when he hit around a 4 and it just ruined his chances of a medal. Could France get a medal in this one? So that's an example of one of the rifles, and because it's a prone event, the rifles can weigh up to 8 kilos, whereas in standing it's up to 5.5, 5.6 caliber, and highly customizable as well, including the colors. The rifle you're seeing is just an example. The butt at the back can be changed. And of course, there's varying different manufacturers as well, depending on what takes your preference. So Anna Benson on firing point A and Julia Chernoy on firing point F on the prone mats. Nice to see some young fans of the world of parachuting. Maybe a future medalist, who knows. And they're long bore rifles, you can see those on your screen. There's no restriction actually on the length of the rifle. It's just obviously that with the balance and everything else that you need when it comes to rifle shooting, with it being comfortable in your shoulder, you can't have the barrel just so long because it would just be then too heavy and would defeat the object of what you're trying to achieve, which is minimal precision and millimeters of perfection.
Well, you might be wondering why you're seeing different positions. Well, it is prone, but if you are not able to lie in that prone position, it means you can still have both elbows. So that's the one thing in common across all 8 shooting stations. Every athlete will have both elbows resting on the floor or on the table, and that's what counts as prone in shooting parasport.
So there is the lineup from A right down to 8.
To rest both elbows on, whilst others, as you can see, are lying down in the prone position. We'll have 2 series of 5 shots to get started, and those series will be fired in a time of 150 seconds. So that's per series, the maximum amount of time to get your 5 single shots in. Then we move into the single shot phase of the competition. After every 2 of those single shots, fired in a time of
so as Heather's just been explaining about athletes lying on the mats, it's firing point A for Anna Benson, C for Kasper Loosdal, and F for Juan Antonio Saavedra.
And then shot 24 for the gold and silver medals. Unless we have a tie-break situation, if we do, then the athletes involved will fire additional.
So nice to see a packed crowd once again.
The tie has been broken. So 24 shots in total.
And we're about to get underway. There'll be 2 series of 5 shots, and then that'll take us to shot 10, and then we go into single shots, and the eliminations start after shot 12. That's for 8th place, and then after shot 14, 16, 18, 20. To decide each elimination place, and then after shot 22, that's when the medal stages begins to be decided. Shot 22 decides bronze, and shot 24 decides silver and gold.
Well, these athletes have already competed in the qualification.
30 seconds.
Saw the ranking scores as they were introduced. That would have been in a different hall. So this sighting range or sighting session now is really important. They can make those adjustments. Also just adjust themselves to the atmosphere that we've got here in the Chateau Shooting Centre. Very different feeling to a qualification when it comes to a final, especially as we start to move through the knockouts, and the pressure is just of a different level. But still part endurance in the fact that they have to stay in that zone and shut out all of that outside energy, that outside noise that the crowd will no doubt be bringing, especially when Jean-Louis Michaud is performing.
So the world record holder in this one, on firing point H, Park Jin-ho, already with 2 medals from this Paralympic Games. Will the world record go today? Veronika Valovichova with the Paralympic record, and she's absent from this final. I was expecting to see her here, but sometimes that's how qualification goes. So 10.9 is the highest individual score, and the 10 ring in the centre is just 10.4 millimetres wide. The targets on your screen are shades of green, but for the athletes it's black and white. 50 metres away, and they're illuminated from the back. And they're sights that you can see them looking down. There's no magnification there, it's just purely for focus. And some athletes also have blinders as well to cover their non-shooting eye, just to help them out with that focus on the center of the target.
You can see in the situation for Julia Chernoy, her patch actually attached to the rifle. Sometimes the athletes have it fixed onto their headband, as you can see with Hiltrop. So bespoke, all of this equipment. And as you can see, it doesn't end with the rifle. Hiltrop taking confidence from the 3 position. That's also at 50 meters. She became Paralympic champion just a couple of days ago. But she knows that she's got good vibes shooting in this hall.
Well, that huge cheer from the French supporters for Jean-Louis Michaud with a 10.9, the perfect score. Now, one thing about a prone final is that's a 10.6, that's high as well. And 10.6 really is where most of the athletes will be wanting to almost start. Anything lower than that, and they wouldn't consider it necessarily a disappointment, but in the prone position, when you have the most stability, the mid-10s really want to be your minimum, but 10.6 and higher is certainly what they're looking for.
Stop. Voilà une finale, une première série qui est partie sur les chapeaux de roue avec de très très beaux scores, notamment le 10.9 de...
So that's the first series over and done with. A score over 52, and you'd expect to be right up at the top, anywhere near 53, and well, you'd expect to be on your own, really.
Over and out. Park of Korea closed his series with a lovely 10.8 there. The highest series total.
So Anna Benson, who is the current world champion in 3 positions, 52.8, just 0.1 behind Jean-Louis Michaud of France. And then Julia Chernoy of Israel has had a great first series, 51.9. Hiltrop just 0.2 behind on 51.7. Marek Dobrovolsky on 51.5. He's just 0.2 behind as well. Then there's a 0.3 gap to one Antonio Saavedra of Spain. Park Jin-ho, the world record holder, on 50.9, and Kasper Lusdal on 50 exactly. So the series clock, 150 seconds. Julia Chernoy, after that terrific first series, slams in a 10.9.
It's just a wonderful shot to look at on the target, isn't it, when it is basically like seeing a full moon. It's probably one day off being an absolute perfect shot in the centre there, but it's a perfect score, and that's what counts in an Olympic final, in a Paralympic final, I should say.
Well, you could howl with celebration.
The precision here, 15 metres away, the target these athletes are aiming at. Hard to comprehend just how accurate they are.
That's a 10.7 from Jean-Louis Michaud, the French on their feet. He was going so well a few days ago. And then there was that disastrous shot in the 4s, which at the time, I'm pretty sure he was up in the medals, certainly in and around the bronze medal position. And it just cost him the position in the final. That's another score in the mid-10s from Jean-Louis Michaud. That's a 10.5.
Now, we talk about home advantage, but With a crowd that loud behind you, you've almost got to shut it out when it comes to shooting. It's not quite the same as a sport that's 90% physical. This is 90% mental, and cheering isn't necessarily going to help you to a higher score, but it's not putting off Jean-Louis Michaud at the moment, as he sees himself sitting comfortably in second after those first 10 shots.
3 more athletes joining the 10.9 club. Grabowski, also Chernoy and Saavedra of Spain, who had the highest series total, 52.50.1 more than.
So 3 athletes above 104, which is pure out-and-out world-class shooting. Kasper Loosdahl on 101.6 in 8th place. We're going into the single shot section now, where the knockouts start after shot 12. That'll be 8th place eliminated from the final. And this time it's 30 seconds per shot, because it's a prone final with more stability. The shot clock is shorter than it would be in standing.
And yes, if you're wondering, Anna Benson does have part of a target. It looks like she's laminated it and using that as her eye patch, partially covering, so still allowing some light into that other eye, and that just allows your pupils to not be so different from one to the other, and it's just what's ever optimal for her to be able to focus on the sights. And that's where your eyes are. The sights are in focus, and the target is blurred behind. You can't physically focus on both when they're 50 meters apart.
Well, you can hear the cheers in the background. Guess what? Yes, it's happened again. Jean-Louis Michaud with a perfect score, 10.9.
Another 10.9.
And I just wonder today whether or not the French crowd are going to be enough to get Jean-Louis Michaud all the way to the podium. 115.3, he's taken the lead after missing out on a medal in the men's 3 positions. So Kasper Loosdahl on 111.9 in 8th place.
So this is shot number 12 now,
and is 0.4 away from Park Jing-ho, who we're looking at right now, the world record holder. So this is the first shot for elimination. This will decide 8th place. This is shot 12.
Well, you might not expect to see Park Jin-ho down at the bottom of the table. Already 2-time Paralympic champion from these games. And showing why he is Paralympic champion in these other 2 events. Shooting well under pressure.
So Kasper Loosdahl of Denmark has made this Paralympic final and finishes in 8th place. A great achievement for the 23-year-old. He's still got so many more years ahead of him. And when Jonas Jakobsen is your coach, who has 17 Paralympic gold medals in shooting, has 30 in total. And there is Jonas Jakobsen over to congratulate Kasper. And the 23-year-old waves to the crowd and has finished in this Paralympic final in 8th place. The French, meanwhile, in fine voice. Just as we knew that Kasper would be leaving this final, Jean-Louis Michaud scored a 10.7, so continues to lead the competition on 126.0, ahead of Natasha Hiltrop in 2nd and Anna Benson of Sweden in 3rd. So Park Jing-ho moved up a place, the world record holder now in 6th. This is shot 13. Next elimination for 7th place is after shot 14.
Jean-Louis Michaud, even though ranked so high at World Championships the last 2 years, he's finished 4th in both occasions. And he'll certainly want to put that behind him. 4th place, not only a tough position at a World Championships, but even more so at a Paralympic Games. And there we go. Perfection personified with that 10.9.
This next shot decides 7th place. Marek Dobrovolsky, who was a bronze medalist in his first Paralympic Games, here in the 3 positions, could be leaving this final, needs a decent shot. And Park Jing-ho is some way in front. 0.7 is the gap, and at prone level, that's a fair gap could change. Let's see how this unfolds. Park Shin-ho again shooting to try and save himself from another elimination process. Marek Dobrowolski of Poland in 7th place as it stands at the moment.
Stop.
Dobrowolski giving himself even more work to do.
Yeah, 9.2. Got one more shot. So Marek Dobrowolski, just for that one more shot, wasn't enough. And 142.0 means he leaves the final in 7th place. Park Shin-ho, meanwhile, the world record holder, survives another elimination process. He's in 6th place now. And it's still Jean-Louis Michaud of France who leads the competition. Jean-Louis Michaud, last shot with a 9.5, so just shows how the scores can move around. He's been scoring in the mid-10s and that last shot in the mid-9s. Well, it's been a great first Paralympic Games for Marek. He's 26 years old, so many years ahead of him. A bronze medalist here a few days ago in the 50-metre 3 positions. He's also played wheelchair basketball for Warsaw back in his home nation of Poland. And has also competed in athletics. So 6 athletes left. This is shot 15. The next elimination coming up after shot 16.
Well, usually a 10.1 might not be quite so celebrated. With Jean-Louis Michaud staying out on top, it's still reason for the French crowd to build the excitement here. Such as the margin the Frenchman's managed to open up.
0.8 gap at the top for Jean-Louis Michaud ahead of Anna Benson and Natasha Hiltrop, who's already taken a gold medal in the 3-position women's event. That was the R8. He's currently in the bronze medal position. But we're now about to decide 6th place.
For the next competition shot, load.
And once again, the world record holder, Park Shin-ho, finds himself in an elimination battle. He's 0.5 behind Yulia Chernoy in 5th place on 154.5. Park Shin-ho 0.5 behind.
Well, Chernoy's previous shot was a 9.9. She's just improved when she maybe needed to under the pressure. And that means that Park won't be able to do enough, however perfect his shot.
Sur cette édition 2024, vous adressez vos plus chaleureux applaudissements au représentant de la Corée, Park Shin-ho.
Yes, the gap was 0.5, so Park Shin-ho needed a shot at least 0.6 in front in order to survive that elimination process. And Park Shin-ho, the world record holder, leaves this final in 6th place, already with 2 gold medals from this Paralympics. So it's been a worthwhile trip to France, coming all the way from Republic of Korea. He was 4th in the R6 in Tokyo. And is now 6th in this Paralympic final, but already going home with the 2 gold medals.
That is 0.1 now separating Chernoy and Saavedra. So we now move on to shot number 17.
Jean-Louis Michaud still leads, a difference of 0.7 at the top. Anna Benson and Natasha Hiltrop are chasing hard.
Stop.
A lead of 0.7 that's been ever so slowly just being crept away at by the 2 women, Benson and Hiltrop. But they won't be able to make much of an inroads on that.
A 10.8 from Michelle. Meanwhile, Anna Benson with a 10.4. Hiltrop scored a 10.7, so close, but it does mean that, therefore, the other two shots lower than Michaud increases the lead. And it's now a gap of 1.0 between Michaud and Natasha Hiltrop. They're still chasing Anna Benson in third. This next shot, though, is shot 18, and it's to decide fifth place, and Yulia Chernoy at the moment 175.6. She's only 0.3 behind Juan Antonio Saavedra of Spain. Oh, this could go any way, really. Just the drama builds.
For the next competition shot, low.
And the excitement about this is that it just could all change. Let's see.
Start.
Well, Juan Antonio Saavedra came in as the bronze medalist from 3 years ago. Won the silver in this event back in 2012. But it looks as though he's not going to do enough to threaten for the podium on this occasion.
So Chernoy shot lower, 9.7. Really needed a decent one in the 10s. Certainly if whoever you're up against in the elimination process takes a shot in the 9 rings. So Yulia Chernoy representing Israel, 44 years old, still competing at this level. An amazing athlete, and once again has made a world-class final. Has taken bronze medals at World Championship level, and also that silver medal in the R6 and the European Championships a few months ago. Nice smile from Yulia, and she finishes 5th in this Paralympic final and seems delighted. So we have a new leader. Natasha Hiltrop, last shot was a 10.9, and she's now 0.3 in front of Jean-Louis Michaud. Did say Natasha Hiltrop had been chasing hard, and as Heather said, has been just chipping away at the gap that Jean-Louis Michaud had at the top.
Well, it was a 9.6, that final shot from the Frenchman. You can't afford to do that if you've got such consistency from Hiltrop. Her previous 3 shots, 10.9, 10.7, 10.5, and she's just followed that up with a 10.6.
So Michaud now down to third, Anna Benson in second. A 0.4 gap between first and second. 0.6 gap between second and third, and then a 1.1 gap separating fourth place. So Juan Antonio Saavedra, 50 years old, representing Spain, the world number 4. He took a bronze medal here in the 10 meters in the mixed event. Is 1.1 off the podium at the moment. And we've seen shots in the 9 ring over the last few. Not all of them have been in the 10s.
Jean-Louis Michaud, 4th place at the last 2 World Championships. He's currently sitting in 3rd place, but he can't afford any drastic mistakes. He's got a decent cushion, but he's now got to answer to that 10.4, and he does. He equals Saavedra's 10.4 and saves himself as he guarantees a medal.
So Juan Antonio Saavedra, 50 years old, of Spain, will leave this final in 4th place, the cruelest place to finish, just outside the medals and off the podium. But he still goes back to Spain with a Paralympic medal from his time here in Paris, and leaves the Chateau shooting centre cheering, and the French, as they cheer as well for their countryman Jean-Louis Michaud, who's guaranteed a medal for France. Anna Benson of Sweden also guaranteed a medal, as is Natasha Hiltrop of Germany. So Juan Antonio Saavedra, 4th place in this Paralympic final, after finishing in the bronze medal position in Tokyo, silver in London, and already has that bronze medal from a few days ago in the mixed 10 metre. Nice to see a smile. Thumbs up to the camera. And we'll now watch the medal stages unfold in this mixed 50 metre rifle prone final SH1 category.
Start.
Natasha Hiltrop, is she on for a second gold medal? She took a gold in the women's 3 positions.
Nous ne sommes plus qu'à un tir pour attribuer la première médaille. Pour l'instant, la troisième position occupée par Jean-Louis Michaud.
So Jean-Louis Michaud is 1.4 behind. Is it looking like a bronze medal? Because the strength of Benson and Hiltrop has just been so strong in the closing final stages of this final. It's just 0.2 that separates first and second. It's just so close. Meanwhile, Jean-Louis Michaud blasted out of the blocks and had such a great start to this prone final. Just started to waver towards the end. However, is guaranteed a medal. Let's see what happens now, because the next 30 seconds will decide the bronze medal.
Next competition, shot low. Start.
I think this is the quietest it's been here in the Chateau shooting hall. The French crowd on the edge of their seats, and what a great way, even if it is to finish. He'll now just have to wait and see what Benson and Hiltrop have to answer for that 10.7.
Well, even that 10.7 is not enough. The gap was sizable, and Anna Benson really needed an absolute disaster of a shot in order for Michaud to creep further up the podium. But massive smiles. The French are cheering on their feet and holding up a big cardboard cutout of Jean-Louis Michaud's face. It's just brilliant. Celebrations and wonderful moments at the Chateau Shooting Centre. Jean-Louis Michaud for France is a bronze medalist.
Chateau Shooting Centre, and it is bronze in the R6 for Michaud of France. Congratulations, signing out on a 10.7. The difference in the end was 0.6 between third and second. The difference now between our 2 remaining athletes is 0.9. Hiltrop still leading, Benson in second. This is shot.
So 2 shots left, unless it goes to a shoot-off. That means if there's a tie, the athletes then have to shoot to score the highest individual shot. But for the moment, there's 2 shots left, and it's Hiltrop versus Benson. There's a 0.9 gap, so Hiltrop the 10.8, and that's another difference of 0.7 between those 2 shots. So Hiltrop now, this is her gold medal to lose.
Benson has been in this position. She won the silver 3 years ago. Is she looking at a repeat performance? Guaranteed at least to equal that.
Paris 2024, it could all come down to this shot now. The gold medal decider, the R6.
So the gap is 1.6.
Possible record at stake as well. Shot 24 coming up.
For the next competition, shot low. Start.
So Natasha Hiltrop can afford to hit as low as 9.4 here. But doesn't. It's a shot in the 10s. It's a great way to finish and a great way to seal the gold medal. Benson also with a decent shot, a 10.3. And it's a new Paralympic record. 250.2 for Natasha Hiltrop. It beats Veronika Valaviceva's record set in Tokyo 3 years ago. And what a Paralympic Games it's been for Natasha Hiltrop. Amazing. 32 years old, a gold here in the women's 3 position. And now a Paralympic champion in the 50-metre rifle prone.
Finishing on 250.2 with a new Paralympic record, the gold medal representing Germany.
So there is confirmed 250.2, a new Paralympic record, another record that we've seen go at the Chateau Shooting Centre. Anna Benson of Sweden in second place with the silver, and Jean-Louis Michaud for the home nation of France takes the bronze.
Her third Paralympic title, and this is her first medal at the Paralympic Games in the R6 event.
Et pour la médaille d'argent, elle s'est parée, la médaille d'argent, elle s'est déjà parée d'argent à Tokyo. Elle sera à nouveau sur ce podium. La représentante de la
Well, a mixed
Suède.
event. Only 3 women in this final, 2 of them making up the top 2 steps of the podium.
The silver medal representing
Natasha Hiltrop carried the flag at the closing ceremony in Tokyo, and she's certainly been flying the flag high for Germany, collecting her second gold medal. Well, Benson adding to that silver medal she collected in this event 3 years ago.
Silver, the same as Tokyo.
Competed in the non-disabled shooting at World Championships from 2010 to 2018.
Finale qui a vu une nouvelle fois un record paralympique battu ici au Centre national de tir sportif à Chateau. Cette cérémonie des médailles qui va intervenir.
Obviously joined on the podium by Jean-Louis Michaud, much to the French crowd's delight. What a finale to this shooting parasport here at the Chateau Shooting Centre.
So Jean-Louis Michaud, no disaster towards the end here, a bronze medal. Anna Benson matching what she achieved in Tokyo, and Natasha Hiltrop with an upgrade. She was 5th in Tokyo in the R6, and now has gone all the way to the top of the podium, and another gold medal, her second gold of these Paralympic Games. And the celebrations continue. So nice to see so many hugs and just unity of the Paralympic sport.
Round is safe. messieurs, la cérémonie des vainqueurs de l'épreuve R6 50 mètres carabine couchée SH1.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the R6 mixed 50-meter rifle prone SH1 event.
Veuillez accueillir les médaillés.
Please welcome the medalists.
This is the victory ceremony for the mixed 50-meter rifle prone SH1 final. The athletes led out by the presentation party. The announcer in English is Jamie Stangroom, and in French is Eric Divan.
The medals will be presented by
Madame Wanda Jewell, présidente du comité technique de World Shooting Parasport.
Chairperson of the World Shooting Parasport Technical Committee. Accompanied by
Monsieur Ferrol Bonnevel, vice-président du comité technique de World Shooting Parasport.
Vice Chairperson of the World Shooting Parasport Technical Committee.
Médaillé de bronze et représentant la France.
Bronze medalist representing France, Jean-Louis Michaud.
Jean-Louis Michaud, he's got there, punches the air, and that's because he was almost on the podium in a final a few days ago, and tells the French supporters and everyone in the Chateau shooting centre, I love you. It's great, Jean-Louis Michaud this time able to get on the podium, a bronze medal, and at the moment just can't stop looking at it. Great achievement to do it under the pressure of being in front of your home crowd on home soil at the Paris 2024 Paralympic Games. Terrific moment for the 41-year-old and the world #1 in the R6 category. Jean-Louis Michaud of France is the bronze medalist.
Et représentante de la Suède.
Silver medalist representing Sweden, Anna Bengtsson.
And Anna Bengtsson of Sweden, delighted. Silver medalist, managed to achieve exactly the same medal in Tokyo 3 years ago, and comes on 3 years later and repeats that silver medal. Anna Bengtsson of Sweden, who is the current world #1 in the 3 positions, takes the silver medal in the R6 mixed 50-meter rifle prone.
Médaillée d'or et championne paralympique représentante de l'Allemagne.
Gold medalist and Paralympic champion representing Germany, Natascha Hiltrop.
Natascha Hiltrop from the neighbouring country of Germany. It's been a shorter journey for Natascha for some of the other athletes, but what a Paralympic Games she's had. 2 gold medals in as many days. And the 32-year-old, with so many years ahead of her in her career, took gold here in the women's 3 positions. She was 5th in Tokyo in this event and has now made the upgrade all the way to gold in Paris 2024. The Chateau Shooting Centre erupts with applause for Natascha Hiltrop of Germany, who again is atop of the podium and is about to hear her own national anthem of Germany.
et messieurs, si vous le pouvez, veuillez vous lever pour l'hymne de l'Allemagne.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you are able for the anthem of Germany.
History repeating itself in so many ways. 2 days ago, Natasha Hiltrop stood in exactly the same position with a gold medal, hearing her national anthem, and it's happened again today on the final day of the shooting sport calendar at the Paralympic Games. What a close for parachuting. Superb. And with Jean-Louis Michel of France on the podium, representing his home nation with a bronze medal. Anna Benson of Sweden with a silver medal in Tokyo does exactly the same today as a silver medal in Paris. And Natasha Hiltrop is once again a gold medalist at these Paralympic Games for Paris 2024. What a day. A great way to cap off the parachuting calendar for Paris 2024. What a day in the mixed 50-metre rifle prone. Jean-Louis Michel of France with the bronze. Anna Benson, repeating what she did in Tokyo, has taken a silver medal again in this event 3 years later. And Natasha Hiltrop with her second gold medal at these Paralympic Games. See you in LA.